Greetings, forlorn philosophers, and welcome to Ludonauts. I am your host, the narrator, a cosmic being dwelling in a great crystal pavilion at the heart of the multiverse. I've taken mortals from your realm and forced them to play role-playing games, in this case, Borg, written by Pell Nelson. So without any further ado, let's meet the stars of the show.
Hello, I'm Craig and I'll be playing Swind Bellum this evening. A completely logical man who doesn't not hate birds. And I'll also be piloting Sweet Boy, who's a very muscular dogman.
Hello, my name is Robin. I'll be taking dual duty as Vatan Makari, a terribly accented snappy dresser, and also Leonard, an even worse voiced erratic Chihuahua man.
I'm Michael, and I'll be playing Gutfin the Golden, who is awaiting the end of all things by being a taxman and making life just a lot worse for everybody around him. And his Earthborn companion is Dagwin, who is a really cowardly, self-serving, but also obsequious manservanty type.
Previously on Ludonauts, our heroes have been charged with collecting taxes for the Shadow King. Arriving at the mining town of Markan, they find access to the upper level closed off, and all the villagers have disappeared, brainwashed by an enigmatic magus and his cult. They must journey through the old disused section of the mine to reach the upper levels and find the villagers. So far, they've found nothing but a mysterious chasm, which has freaked out Vatar no end for some reason. Anyway, let's get back to it. So you take your leave of the room with its ominous chasm. The tunnel you're in continues on westwards, that's one option, or you can go back the way you came. From the westwards direction, the air does seem a bit fresher, it smells almost like outside.
I think that the logical thing to do would be to continue west.
West is best.
I mean, there's potentially all sorts of interesting things to find if we double back on ourselves, but I think we're going up, we're going outside. This way leads up, this way smells like it's leading outside.
It doesn't smell like death.
Which is rare and unique in this part of the world.
Yeah, exactly, and we should probably not tire ourselves out in the caves, because we've got a magical man to tax.
Also, any direction that takes me away from that weird chasm is a good direction for me.
You really freaked out about that chasm.
I don't want to think about it.
You've seen many a chasm in your time, I'm told.
What are you trying to imply?
I don't know.
I don't know what that seems to said, but the conversation is concluded. We're going upwards.
Yes.
How do the dogs feel about going upwards?
You tell me.
It smells nicer this way.
Sweet Boy is very indifferent. Very indifferent.
I think he's fine being in the caves. Leonard's not bad in tight spaces, but if everyone's going like upwards, he's going upwards.
Yeah.
Because he's also a coward.
Aren't we all?
It's Dagwin that's the coward.
Leonard's not a coward, he's got an accurate assessment of his survivability on his own.
You continue up this passageway for some time, and after a while it stops being like a dugout passageway, like, mines with the support, and it starts being actual stone walls. It stops being a rough floor, and it actually begins to be paving stones.
This is a tremendously good sign.
I mean, I'll be honest, I will miss the gob wall.
I mean, it's still quite running with condensation, there's still the odd cave cricket, but, it looks more actively constructed. You emerge, you open out into what looks like some sort of underground, like a quay or a harbour, something like that. There's a tiled platform that you're on, and then there's a drop of about maybe 6 or 7 feet, and you look down and it looks like there was once water in there. There's a canal boat just sitting on the floor of this sort of, hollowed out basin. Looking south, you can see there's a big archway that leads outside, and you can see this looks like there's a section of the aqueduct, the vast aqueduct that you saw. This looks like the part where the aqueduct connects up to the plateau.
And you're saying that there is no fluid of any kind?
It's a bit muddy, a bit wet, but you could drop down into it if you wanted to, but there's also a walkway that goes along outside into the arch. In theory, you can walk out along the canal. You know yourself that it only extends out a couple of archways length before it then breaks off. But you can, in theory, get outside.
I'll be honest with you. Both. We've been to a lot of underground locations. It's weirder when there's no liquid. Like, I look at this and my mind goes, where's the oop? Where's the goop?
Exactly. I'm terrified.
There's no blood, no bile, no...
Boiling hot lava.
No boiling hot lava. There's not even any, like, suspicious water with, like, muggy bottoms where alligators might live.
Or there's not even any suspicious, lovely, quite nice water.
Yeah.
But in this terrifying place.
Yeah, it's just, like, here's the mud. We used to have water here, I guess.
Realistically used to have water. Like, there's a reason why it's muddy, a reason why it's empty.
I don't care for
Terrifying.
Even if the aqueduct was only broken in one place, the water should have all drained away.
You surmise that's what's happened.
Yeah.
There is a little trickle in the middle that seems to be coming from somewhere further up in the rocks, but obviously it's not enough to sustain a full canal.
I'm going to inspect the boat a little bit. Mm-hmm. What can I see from the quayside?
It's more or less standard sort of canal boat shape, but it's pretty much a rotten hulk by this point. You would have to drop down a little bit to get inside it.
How rotted does it look? Does it look like it would sustain any weight?
Questionable. You wouldn't trust Sweet Boy to it.
Interesting. I'll inspect our party, who I assume one of the Earthbound, who's the lightest looking.
I think we know who the lightest Earthbound is.
Leonard.
Yes.
If I were to lower you down with my whip here onto this boat, would you look around and tell me what you find inside?
I would thrash.
Sorry?
I would thrash.
I'll look at Vato and be like, I'm sorry, can you understand what you're saying?
He would thrash. He's saying that if you put him in the whip or the rope and you lower him down, Leonard,
Yes.
he would thrash,
Like a fish on the line. Thrash, thrash, thrash.
Okay. Do you agree to look around the boat?
I mean, he's saying he'll thrash. Like, he's going to do it, but he'll thrash. Like, that's what's going to happen.
The thrashing is non-negotiable.
Well, let's try it. I'm just going to see if I've got any rope.
If you electrocute this dog man...
he will immediately die.
I think we'll maybe not do the whip then.
Okay, well look. Okay, so we tie around Leonard. Are you ready, Leonard?
Yes, ready to thrash. May I scream also?
Perhaps Sweet Boy should hold one end of this rope in case, for some unsuspected reason, I am not able to hold on to the rope as we lower him down.
Sweet Boy will begrudgingly hold on, but not for you.
Okay, ready, Leonard?
Yes.
And go.
Look at him thrash!
He's rolling on the deck of the boat, like back and forward, as like a dog in a puddle.
I strongly feel like while this is going on, there should be like the most intense heavy metal that we can find.
That man can thrash like no one's ever known.
I mean, it's only about maybe 5-6 foot down. The thrashing was perhaps excessive. Anyway, Leonard's on the mouldering deck of this sort of rotten canal boat. Mm-hmm. You can see that there's a little hatch leading down, and then there's a little cabin on top, which not even so much a full cabin, just 3 sides of wall and a sort of tiller for steering.
Is there any cargo aboard?
Where did it have to open the hatch?
Can Leonard make a strength roll?
He can make the roll, sure.
Thrash it open, Leonard!
3.
3. Leonard's pulling and
he's not even
he's not got energy for thrashing now, but he's struggling. It's too heavy for him.
What way does the hatch open?
Upwards, like you pull it upwards.
Like a trapdoor.
Leonard, can you tie the rope to the handle?
Okay, but the handle's not gonna thrash.
He does a kitchen knot onto the little metal ring.
Can we, from the quayside, pull on the rope and then open it?
There's enough of you that you don't need to roll.
We all pull together.
It pulls up and Leonard's nostrils are assailed with a damp, musty, rotten smell coming from within. Obviously it's pitch black in there.
It smells like Master Svind in here.
Fuck you.
So it smells bad.
Smells musty.
It smells musty.
And dank. Does it smell like death, Leonard?
No, not so much death, no.
No.
You'll be fine then, Leonard.
Does he have a lantern or...
You have lanterns and candles.
probably
You
hand
can
them
pass
down the
something
lamp.
down to
Yeah.
Leonard.
And
yes.
dog vision. They've got dog vision. Swind believes they have dog vision.
I'll pass down a lantern or something.
Okay. There's a little ladder. Leonard scurries down with the lantern sitting between his teeth And he finds himself in the... It's not particularly big. In fact, anybody who was like a full-grown adult would have to be bent over. But it's just the hold of this barge that you know... Well, Leonard's maybe not bright enough to make the connection, but you guys all think it's... You realise it would be for carrying cargo between here and down to the court of the Shadow King.
Is it loaded up with valuable metals?
It's empty.
Oh.
Except for 17 hungry.
Badgers!
So, it's pretty empty. I mean, it's dirty. But there seems to be something, a little pile of something in the corner.
Then it goes to investigate.
You can see that it's a little pixie. But, I mean, it's dead. And it seems to have been cruelly tortured. Somebody's torn off its wings and gouged out its eyes.
Must have used very small spoon.
Yeah, I mean, in the back of Leonard's mind, he's admiring the precision.
I mean, they're kitchen vermin, you know. That's one of the things Leonard gets to do to let off some steam when he's off the spit.
He uses finest pixie gouging spoon.
Oh, yes.
That seems to be all there is in here.
Leonard comes out, he clambers out, he's got the lantern, obviously, he's looped around one wrist, and he has the dead pixie in his mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like a dog carrying like a dead rabbit or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Leonard!
Puts it down.
No! And then he does the like shakes his head from side to side, making sure it's really dead.
Okay. Let's hoist him back up. Bit of a shame there. I thought that there might be something left over.
Me too. There's nothing left over from the pixie. I thought maybe it plays pretend to get rid of old Leonard. Nothing gets rid of old Leonard.
You've done well, Leonard. You've had a big day out.
Time to go to sleep, Leonard. Leonard is hoisted back up. He's thrashing on the way back up as well.
I'll have that lantern back, please.
It's slimy.
Okay. Well, that's a shame.
Also, then Leonard goes and spits the pixie out of Vatter's feet. He says he's a good dog.
He is a good dog,
He's a
isn't he?
good dog.
Okay, should we have a look through this archway? It's probably just the connection to the aqueducts on the outside, but do you want to look?
Gingerly. With this absolute ginger precision. Possibly even, wide stance of a leg. We're quite high up now, aren't we?
Well, you saw this from the outside as you were approaching, and you know that this is about halfway up the rock face.
Swind will approach this archway, but, with legs completely, 45-degree hunkered down.
I thought you were going to say with legs completely made of ginger.
Well, the most gingerish steps, half
You're being tentative. You're not just rushing out,
No.
guns blazing, so to speak.
No.
You walk up on the little walkway beside the canal. You walk along, and you walk up to where this archway, where it opens out, and you sort of, as you say, gingerly, you poke your head round, and you can see that, as you stop from the outside, it extends maybe a good couple of 100 metres, and then it just breaks off. But on the side that you're on, as it sort of opens out, there's also a set of steps leading up just beside you on the archway.
Oh, okay.
Looking round, you can see that they extend up a little way and they lead to a door just in the side of the rock. Higher up, there are a couple of windows. This looks like, well, you're not sure. But
It looks like something.
Looks like something. It looks like some sort of building or structure carved into the rock.
Into the rock itself on the plateau or on the aqueducty kind of.
It's carved into the rock, so it's higher up above. You would imagine that somebody standing at one of the windows would have a good view of the canal boats arriving and departing.
An office of some kind, perhaps.
An office. It may have controls for the lift.
Oh, maybe.
Or something like that, or maybe a way, a door that leads further into the rock itself and then up.
I was assuming that the lift would be controlled less by a mechanism and more by just some men. But
Thousands and thousands of burly slaves. That's what I was picturing.
maybe only, 4.
Maybe thousands of them.
We'll see.
I'll tell you what, though. I am pleasantly surprised by our journey so far. Yes, there was that chasm that terrified you. And we don't want to dwell on it, but there was that chasm.
Not a single badger has tried to eat any of us so
Not a
far.
single badger or skeleton, which are in the area. And this place is known for its corpse metal.
Yes.
I was expecting metal skeletons.
I think we should all stop saying these things out loud.
I don't want to jinx it, but there was that chasm.
I will ascend the stairs.
Oh, Vata, why don't you ever open up more? Why don't you ever share your feelings? Because maybe every single time I open up and share my feelings, oh, what happens? Let's bring it up every single time.
I don't remember asking you for
As you're walking up the stairs, do you want to make a presence roll? You're looking at 15 and above.
Presence
I
roll
wish you would stop
plus
unburdening me.
Way! That's 21.
Climbing up the stairs, you notice high up in the sky, there's something like just a black speck. You think, oh, maybe a bird or something, but the shape looks...
A black bird-like speck.
Before Swind
Before Swin can weigh in with his absolute expertise on this subject.
looking up, you're like, the shape seems slightly off, but it's too far up for you to really be able to tell what it is. Looks on the large side though.
Okay. Swind, terrified. So we think we see a bird, but Swind immediately cocks his eyes directly upwards and analyses
I
it.
mean, Swind always has one eye on the sky anyway.
Exactly, that's why he keeps bashing into things. But the thing is, it's not a crow.
It's very clearly not a crow.
Very clear. I'm saying it's not a crow. You're agreeing.
You can say with authority, not a crow.
Not a crow. Like, lads, whatever that is, not a crow. So we should probably be safe.
I'm not convinced, but let's get into the doorway that the staircase leads up to anyway. And out from underneath the open sky.
Yeah.
If we were assailed by a large crow, I would have at it, and you'd be safe. I would protect you from it with my bare hands. I would crush its little...
Anyway, before we go too much down that crow-based rabbit hole,
Yes.
are you all ascending the steps?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
You make your way up there, and there's a fairly large wooden door. It's a little bit stiff, and but it's somewhat rotted with age. Without any real effort, you push your way in, and you all enter. You're in a sort of... It looks like a small vestibule entrance area. There are two doors, one in front of you, say to the north, and one to your right, which is
So
east.
that is to the east.
On the floor, in tiles, there's two heraldic crests. You recognise the coat of arms of the Shadow King, and then below it there's another one that doesn't seem familiar to you.
What are the coat of arms of the Shadow King?
What is the coat of arms of the Shadow King? That is a very good question. The coat of arms of the Shadow King, it's two cross scythes.
Oh.
Because it's an agrarian society.
Or on a coat of arms quartered white and purple.
White and purple?
Very swish. And the other coat of arms?
It's a worm of some sort, it's a grey... You don't know much about heraldry, but you suspect this is technically a wyvern since it has no back legs.
A worm.
Oh.
Worms are always coming up.
Because you said worm, and my first thought was, aha! Of the gut variety, perhaps. But now I realise.
And it's rampant on a sable coat. I believe that's when it's black.
Well, that's probably got something to do with the corpse metal dragon.
Oh yes, the corpse metal dragon, yes.
Because you can see for sort of minings, they have taken off the arms and legs.
Perhaps.
Maybe if the world is still around for 200 years, there'll be no tails and no wings. Then just a little head, little dragon head.
I think 200 years is a bit ambitious.
The world has been ending for all of our lives and started to end more this morning.
Yeah, that's true. I do feel like if I was to say out of 7, we're 1/7 of the way towards the end of the world.
Yeah,
that sounds about right. So you have two doors, the one in front of you and the one on your right hand side.
I suggest east this time.
Cool.
East. And did the doors look any different? Is there one that's notably shiny? Yeah.
No, they're plain wooden doors, quite sturdily constructed.
Unlike the one into this
Unlike
room.
the one into, which obviously faces the elements. These ones, obviously, perhaps they've been more sheltered, but they don't seem to have the same level of decay.
No other furniture in this particular room, just the crest?
No, it seems some sort of like a portway, an entrance, really.
I'm saying east. Is the door unlocked?
It is. This room is... It's a small room, about the same size as the one you were just in. There's an old wooden desk that seems to have collapsed. There's little sort of pigeonholes in the wall that are marked with some sort of writing, but it's very faded now. There's a lot of moss and moulds growing everything, and the whole place is just strewn with sheets of paper, bindings, scrolls, the works, but they're all just lying randomly in a heap. It looks like not even so much like they've been rifled through as just, the wind. There's a window which has no glass, it's just open to the elements, so you think perhaps the wind blowing down has just wrecked whatever was in this room.
Well, I did say that it was probably an office.
You did.
You did.
You can be right once.
Poke around quickly through the papers and things in the desk. Is there anything to find?
Make a presence roll.
It's 50p from her.
16.
In the back corner, you find a little beaten leather scroll case.
Interesting. And if I look inside the scroll case?
Is it another pixie?
You've had your fill of 1 pixie per day as a treat. You'll spoil your appetite for your gruel.
Give him the shits.
Fart puffs of glitter.
Leonard doing that thing where he's like dragging himself along.
Oh no, Leonard, don't.
Would you like to roll a d10 for me, please?
Not particularly, but it's a 3.
Ooh, a 3 on a d10.
Looking at it, it seems to be some sort of unclean set of instructions. You're not familiar with all the words' meaning, but at the top it says Te, Le, Kin, Isis. It seems to be instructions for moving things purely through the power of the mind.
Okay. And I'm unfamiliar with the process in this particular rule system. How would I follow these instructions?
You would cast it by uttering the words on the scroll.
Okay.
The words that have been somewhat obscured.
So I can't...
The scroll itself is in relatively good condition.
Okay. So the scroll is a one-use item.
No, you can use it indefinitely.
Okay.
Mind bullets.
Well,
this could be very
that said,
handy.
there's only... So, the way powers work is that every morning you roll d4 plus presence to determine how many times you can use powers that day.
Okay.
And then
should I do that
when
now?
you want to cast it, you want to cast it, you're looking for a presence roll of 12 or above.
So that presence plus 1, so I can use powers 3 times.
If you fumble,
You die.
potentially. You know how the fumble table for Magic in Troika was quite rough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think perhaps this is something to keep hold of and something to show some respect to. If it is what it looks like.
That sounds like you're trying to keep it all for yourself.
I mean, if you
Try-
would like
trying
to
to-
learn some magical powers, Sven.
No, I don't want you to have it. But I don't necessarily want it for myself.
Sweet boy?
Ooh, Sweet Boy could be strong and magical. Maybe that's like a sin against God? Is there God?
Necrobell, the Basilisk.
That might be a sin against our various deities, though, right? Because they don't have souls.
I'll learn it, I don't mind.
Can all of us just basically have access to it, or
Whoever physically has the scroll can cast it.
It's great because then I can put my Cosmo boats out to people with it. Unless I get turned inside out, which could easily happen.
true? Well, I'll give it to Vatar then. I guess.
He drums his fingers on the leather holding case.
Okay, you have a telekinesis scroll.
Thank you. I'll keep it in my back pocket, my little pocket of tricks.
Your literal back pocket.
Containing one trick. This. Okay, into the next room.
You go back out,
Yeah.
and then you open the door to the north. This room is pitch black and smells really foul.
This again, it's just like that boat, apparently.
No, this is a...
Can we identify you're going to say, but can we identify the smell?
This is definitely a smell of rotten meat and decay. And Sven, there's the all too familiar odour of bird guano as well.
Code red, everyone! Knives up!
But
Swords
as
out!
I say, it's pitch black in here.
I reckon, even though it's pitch black, we should burn everything down. Just oil everything fired. Like, if we all die here right now, they can't get us.
We've all got lanterns, right?
You're going to put your lanterns on?
Well,
Not when you phrase things like that, narrator.
So I will, purely because that would be my initial reaction to seeing a dark room. However, I kind of suspect that the bird guano is now going to explode from the fumes.
No, it's not quite as bad as that.
Swinders, he's got his crow hammer out and he's just flailing in the dark.
The smell is just setting off.
This is it. This is the big one.
This room is a lot bigger. As I say, it's not illuminated. On the western wall, there's a set of rickety wooden steps leading up. On the eastern wall, there's a set of rickety wooden steps leading down. This room, it's the only other thing in this room, there's 5 or 6 bed frames that have sort of collapsed in. The mattresses, the straw pallets themselves have burst. and there's like just straw everywhere covering the floor. There's a few other unidentifiable bits of wood. But everything's covered. There's a layer of gnawed bones, unidentified organic matter, and definitely like bird droppings. Now, the ceiling itself, some of the planks are sort of missing, and maybe things have been dropping down from the room above. And you can hear something. You can hear giggling. You hear a sort of... It sounds like really young children giggling.
Bloody gnomes, isn't it?
We can't be doing more child murder.
I'll do it. I'll murder every child put in front of me because they're clearly in line with the crows.
Close the door. Can't remember if I was the one opening it. But I'll turn to everybody like, I think we should go up the stairs very quickly and very quietly.
Okay.
Because there's crows up there to kill.
There's something.
Okay. Weapons out.
If it is birds, if it is crows, if it is birds or crows, it's been lovely knowing you, because they will kill you, and they'll do it for fun. Okay. They'll do it for sport.
Over an extended period of time.
Over an extended period of time. I wish you well, lads.
Okay. Don't hang about and open the door, get into the room, head for the eastern upstairs wall.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to spend any time investigating the room, I'm just going for the stairs.
Yep. Oh, you just troop straight up. Are you trying to be quiet?
Yes. Like I said, as quickly and quietly as possible.
As quietly as 3 men and 3 dog men.
And three monkeys.
And 3 monkeys can be.
Some of whom are in armour.
Should I make an agility roll at -4 because I'm wearing my armour then?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Do we all take them, or
No, just the first person up the stairs.
Oh my lord!
That's a 1.
That's a dirty one.
That's a dirty one.
You head up the stairs, you're trying to be quick, and perhaps you just misjudge things, but the second step, you stand in it and it just doesn't hold your weight at all. There's a loud crunch as the step just splits in two.
Bollocks!
Any element of surprise you had is gone.
Scorched earth, lads!
And
nothing lives!
The giggling sound stops. The rest of the stairs, you take a bit more care going up them, and you emerge into another large room, the same size as this one. This one's illuminated by a large open window, and the floor's strewn with mostly gnawed bones. But most striking is on the eastern wall. There's a large construction made mostly of mud, sticks, and bits of bone, loose rock. Have you ever seen the nests a swift makes?
Don't think I have.
Yes,
Like-
I know them.
Mm-hmm. Like a nest made of mud and stuff, made mostly of mud and spit and grass and things. That will be attached to a wall, usually in a corner.
Yes, I'm familiar.
That, 8 or 9 foot tall,
Good Christ.
with an opening, maybe about 2 foot across, big enough for something to get in and out.
Someone would like to know. Someone would like to know if he knows.
It's not a crow nest.
It's not a crow nest. Like I instinctively see when I see this 9 foot tall nest that's clearly not a crow's nest.
Like-
On seeing this abomination,
Some pirate ships.
Swind can unclench. Obviously, there's trouble. Obviously, there's a bad thing's about to happen, but it's not going to be crew related.
Let's say you have mixed feelings. Initially, relief at it not being
Massive,
not being
like just the
big crows.
the white hot relief of oh god, thank goodness it's not crows.
At the same time, though, this isn't going to be something good.
No, but it's not going to be crows.
Not going to be crows. 4 cherubic little faces appear at the hole, looking out at you with sort of jet black beady eyes. They look like, little cute toddler faces, and then they smile, and they've got rows of razor sharp teeth. The 4 of them begin crawling out the hole, and have you ever seen a newly born chicken?
Yes.
That's what their bodies look like, and their front legs have sort of these big long folds of skin, like a pterodactyl or a bat. Immediately at the back of your mind, you're like, oh shit, harpy chicks.
I was thinking harpies.
Do you know what this tells me, though? If there are chicks, then there is a bigger harpy nearby.
Possibly a
Nesting.
bird, but not quite bird-shaped speck in the sky.
Ooh.
It's time to make a very quick decision about what you're going to do.
I think we should go immediately.
So, is there any exits in this room other than the one we've come in from?
There's the large, very large open window
Right.
Very
you
large.
jump out the window.
You can't really see out, but when you were outside, you did see this window. It's like 2 stories up, in fact.
Down, 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 down,
Back
down.
downstairs, I guess, yeah.
As they crawl out, the guys at the back don't even see what's happening. They just immediately, whoever's at the front, just turn around and go, no, 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 no.
180 degrees. We're just going. We're going.
Wrong way, lads, wrong way.
If they leap at you, if they attack you, non-lethally as much as you can, because, oh my god, I don't want to be Zavon having to explain to a full-sized or 2 full-sized harpies that we've just smeared a child.
I'll do it.
I know you will, that's why I'm
do
telling
it.
you specifically, don't kill them.
Now, there's no door to these stairs. It's like open up, so they can follow you downstairs, and it seems like that's their intention.
How fun if they just crawl behind us like the entire rest of the adventure, just go...
Well, the other door is sturdy. Like, we could run to the door and try and
We're
barricade
just going to have to go to the downstairs, we just have to keep going, because we're going to have to go through this room, sooner or later. Yeah?
Okay, so you're taking off down the other stairs.
Down the other stair, from the bedroom, down the stairs. So that Vata is, he's not turning, he's not really considering anyone else, he's just going straight down those trappen.
The stairs in the room below,
Yes.
the ones that went down.
Yeah.
You sort of launch yourself across the room, the rest of you is following.
I feel like I would have been going towards the door and been like, oh, okay!
I am action leader.
So down the other stairs.
You all tramp down. This set of stairs goes down for some way. You emerge in quite a large cellar room. There's metal rungs on the ceiling. It's quite dark, but off in the distance, on the western wall, you can see another door. And there's sort of piles of poles, lumber, barrels, things like that. You know, there's just detritus, really.
So the stairs come in from the west, and then there's also a door on the western wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly, you think you're lower down than where you came in.
And have the non-crow harpy babies followed us?
You can hear the sounds of something behind you. You think they're in the room that you've just exited.
Vata goes through the door, he opens the door.
This is a corridor stretching off into darkness. It's more of back to the mine structure.
The mines.
Yeah.
Can we not just kill these children?
I'd rather not deal with big harpies.
Why not? Well,
I
the
don't
thing
want
about-
to die!
The thing about big harpies, right? The thing you have to remember about big harpies is they could be like 1,000 foot tall. Biggest birds I've ever seen. The thing you have to remember though, not crows.
While this conversation carries on, just go ahead, and I'll just carry one of the big boxes out of the cellar room, close the door, and barricade it with the big box.
You've grabbed a bunch of stuff from the room, barrels and boxes and stuff, and you've taken it into the corridor. You've shut the door behind you, and you've barricaded that door with
Stuff.
Now we're theoretically sealed off from the harpy chicks.
It
Yes.
will at the very least be more of a pain for them to get to us.
And if they have to try, they might go like, oh no, I have to try. No, it's not worth it, and just go home.
Yeah.
from the room that you've just left. You can hear the sound of several things moving around in there.
Writhing.
Skittering more.
9, like Vata lights his lamp, and he's just power walking down this like dark corridor. 9.
I think this is a lovely thing we've got in common, because I have no problem with harpies, of course, but like you don't like bird people.
9. I'm just no, not today.
You all walk sort of briskly down this tunnel way, this corridor. It's back to being the dugout mine. There's the wooden beam supports. You walk for some way, and this tunnel opens out. And Vata, it's not your lucky day.
Is it the other side of the chasm?
It is the other side of the chasm.
Woo! What if I put this crossbow bolt in my mouth and
Butter, no! It's not worth it, mate!
just pulled the trigger until it clicks?
There's a sickening realisation as you realise exactly where you are.
You know what they say? Oh, between a rock and a hard place. I did not think I'd between rocks and a harpy place. This is funny. I'm coping with the stress.
You've got the humour. That's a good sign. You were
putting the-
suicidal, and now you've got the
I'm
humour.
putting the mitre back on.
You have to turn to religion in this time of crisis.
No, I need to turn to fashion.
Or piss.
I'm putting an extra feather in it, and then every time you look at back, there's another feather.
Well, if I recall this room,
You
there's,
are sick.
there's-
You are sick in the head.
there's not much of a way back across this chasm, is there?
No, it was a big chasm, wasn't it?
Not really. Potentially with some of the stuff that was in the room, you maybe could have made some sort of bridge, but you're going to have to go back to the room now.
So, like, see the other side of the chasm from where we were. Like, see how we're here now,
Yep.
and we were there before.
Yep.
See where we were before. Does that have any places we didn't go to yet?
Oh yeah, there was the whole eastern split that was going downwards.
That's exactly what I didn't want to hear. So there is unexplored stuff that way. So we're going to have to go back and just really rough up these children.
If they haven't gotten bored and wandered off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're not children.
They look like children.
They look childlike.
Yeah.
I mean, even
Okay.
they're bigger than children.
The omniscient narrator said it's fine.
There's no moral qualms about killing these things. They're awful.
Back we go, lads!
It's not the morality of the situation I'm worried about.
It's the lethality of the situation.
Indeed.
Maybe they're allergic to electric.
Yeah, again, I think we probably can kill these ones.
Yeah.
There are bigger ones.
Well, they can't get in here then.
Okay.
We'll just have to live our lives in this mine.
But
We can become corridor people.
Corridor nomads.
it does appear that our options are limited.
Maybe, right, we kill these children, I'm doing quotation marks here for the audio medium, then their mum rocks up and goes, thank goodness, they were awful.
It was the summer holidays.
Yeah, I
didn't know what to do with them.
I was losing my mind, actually, and then I abandoned them, and, like, you know, Bird Social Services would have something to say about that, but we took care of her little problem for her.
Sven, what was your childhood like?
It was incredibly crow-based.
And violent.
And violent and upsetting, and I told you about that time that guy got eaten.
Once we get to the doorway, I'll get Dagwin. I'll be like, Dagwin, can you smell them in the other room? Because you've got a strong sense of smell, as I recall.
Mm-hmm. Dagwin can make a presence roll.
You can.
Yeah.
21.
Now, purely by smell alone, you can't tell if they're in the next room or not, but they're definitely close.
Okay. And, like, listening at the door?
Who's doing that, Dagwin?
Yeah.
He listens and he sort of gestures to you guys to sort of be quiet, even Leonard. And gingerly puts his head up to the door. And yeah, you don't think the rest of you would hear this, but there's definitely like high excited breathing.
Oh, wunderbar.
Like a toddler gets quite excited. It's like that.
A toddler with lots of teeth. Lots of pointy teeth. Leonard. Do you remember that thing you did with the gnomes? I'm talking a hushed whisper because I don't want the murdered children to realise that I'm here. Do you remember that thing you did with the gnomes, where you made them all go to sleep? Can you do that again? Pretty please. Bitte. Bitte schön. Wonderful Leonard. Beautiful Leonard. Leonard who we all love.
I think Leonard is going to give that one a go.
So you're making a presence roll for that.
It's a 10, which is a failure.
Mm-hmm. You see Leonard concentrates like really hard. You see him screwing up his eyes and he's like rocking back and forth.
And then just a little bit of blood comes
And
out of his
yep, a
nose.
little bit of blood comes out his nose. And then
Not unusual.
he utters weirdly in a most un-Leonard-like voice, bloody hell! And then just flops down on the floor.
Well, that was a good try, Leonard. Good try.
Our only hope, the smallest dog in the world, has failed.
Leonard loses D2 hit points.
He loses 2.
He thrashed himself out earlier.
He did. Rest here, sweet Leonard.
What?
Failure, Leonard. Leonard can't do anything.
No, come on now. He bled from his nose. Give him that.
He's always bleeding from his nose.
Well, give him that then. He can do that.
Yeah, I know he can do that, but he can't do anything else, can you, Leonard?
What we could do,
Scheissund.
as an alternate plan, I've made this small barricade.
Yeah, set it on fire, right? That's what you're thinking.
Not particularly, no.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back to square zero.
We could move it slightly away from the door so that we could then open the door. But we could keep it as a barricade so that there's like a wall that would stop them from getting to us. Because I think that they looked like they had a bit of trouble flying because they seem to be fledglings.
Mm-hmm.
They're unfeathered. So if we have a little barricade there, we could use the whip over the barricade. We could probably use...
Shoot a crossbow
Shoot a
ball.
crossbow, Dagwin's blue pipe.
Yes,
And
this could be Dagwin's big minute.
Sure. So I'll try and move the barricade slightly into the hallway.
Before you do that, we should all prep ourselves.
Yes.
See, when you see the second that you take the barricade like slightly off the door, them like liquiding through the door, just pushing all of their form in like an upsettingly fleshy way right the way through and just engulfing you and taking you into the room in a way where your bony bits break and go back in it, and like we all go, you died.
If that does happen, then yes, that will be terrifying.
Yeah.
I suppose we'll see.
I have cocked my crossbow. Dagvin, your blowpipe.
Dagwin makes his way to the
rear.
relatively safe distance.
Yeah.
Sweet boy, you get into swinging distance, and Sweet boy's there. He's there before you know it. He's confident for this.
It's quite it's a relatively narrow corridor. It's only really, if there's going to be like any weapons that involve a lot of swinging and stuff, like perhaps the flail, the whip, you're only going to be able to do two beside each other.
Okay, well I think you two, Sweet boy and you...
How's this for an idea? Because it does seem quite cramped in here.
Uh-huh.
Someone opens the door and then runs behind us.
Okay.
Or possibly just ducks down as quickly as they can.
So that they
We
trip
then-
over them when they come in the door.
We then release a volley of our ranged weaponry. And then, in front of the people that have used the ranged weaponry, I and Sweet Boy perhaps stand up to defend the ranged fighters.
Sounds good. Because I'm not ranged or a competent fighter, other than, against crows.
Well, you were also very deadly against those gnomes.
Yeah, well, they wronged me. I'll go open the door.
Okay.
I'll do the door opening. Can I open the door in a way where it hides me? Then sneak out for a sneaky knife in the back of the child bird's head.
The width of the corridor is about that of two people. So about a third of you would be exposed.
Okay. I'll go gingerly, open the door.
Adding the word gingerly does not give you immunity to consequence if the action fails. It's not the magic Mork word where it's but I've said gingerly, which means that I was braced and immortal for the next turn. Just crack open the door and we'll shoot a volley. There's not that much rules. Mork, if you can't see it, listeners, Mork, the actual rules bit of Mork, is like a pamphlet.
Craig saying gingerly is the equivalent of somebody putting their hazard lights on.
Well, I'm going to do it gingerly anyway.
Okay, so we've now all loudly discussed the plan.
God has told you can't stop saying gingerly all the time.
I'm going to boldly open the door.
Yes!
So, normally, a player would roll for initiative, and either the players would go first or the monsters would go first. I'm going to make a secret roll
Okay.
to see who has the initiative in this situation.
Should we look away? I didn't look. I can see the narrator's face now, though. I can see that broad smile.
What happens when Sven opens the door?
Gingerly. Boldly and gingerly.
With a mix of
Bold, decisive ginger action.
with a mix of both trepidation and bravado.
A bold ginger flavour.
Exactly. Cockily, but, reservedly.
Svind opens the door. You're behind the door, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're sheltered door.
Trying to.
The light of your lanterns illuminates. You can see the beady reflection of two sets of eyes staring back at you. Their heads perk up and they sort of start scuttling towards you. But you guys have the initiative.
Fantastic.
Ooh, so ranged boys first.
I shoot one immediately. That's 12. Because it's +3.
So it is. Vatar lets off a shot.
Can I have a D8?
1 point of damage.
You cursed yourself there, really.
Your shot is accurate, but it seems to just hit one of the fleshier parts of the wing of the one on the left-hand side and doesn't seem to do any real damage to it.
You want Dagwin?
Dagwin will shoot his blowpipe, which he has loaded with a sleep poison-tipped dart. So it's +3, so
Are
18.
you shooting the one that Vatar shot?
Probably another one. Blowpipe does D4. 1 damage. But with sleep stuff.
Again, you hit maybe perhaps a not essential part of it. You have... in one turn, you'll find out.
Whether or not it gets sleepified. Okay. After the volley is launched, then Gotvin will stand up and take a whip crack at the one that Vatar shot at. Once they're in range or whatever. That's a natural one.
No.
Oh.
With your magical
you
whip.
want to use an omen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So the
yeah.
whip doesn't.
You can use it to negate the effect of a fumble, but you can also use it to do a reroll.
Yes, I've been quite lucky before this, so hopefully I don't get Is that another one?
Oh
That is another one.
my god. Okay,
I
before...
cursed myself there. Can you open an omen?
Can you reroll a reroll? What's the...
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Take my omen.
We've got one omen left then.
Yeah.
Go on.
That's a 3.
That's a 3, which isn't a 1.
Not a 1, but what
not
the
a
fuck?
You sense one of these moments where reality just alters slightly. You can see there's a stuttering effect, almost like a glitch, and you can see alternate timelines where the thing just went off in your hand and thousands of volts course through you. And that happens like twice. And then you're suddenly back in your reality, and this throws you off and you miss completely.
But you don't explode.
Imagine if every single time you did something, there was a 1 in 20 chance that you saw a vision of your own death.
Well, that's both of my turns.
Sweet boy who's beside you, will show you how it's done. And
Please do.
Just wade in.
Don't wade in, stay behind the defensive barrier.
Okay. Can Sweet Boy, with his muscular arms, extend his flail out to connect?
They're close enough that, yeah, Sweet Boy has the reach.
He'll use his reach. 14, which will be enough to hit.
Yep.
And
Which one are you aiming at?
the one that didn't get the sleep effect put on it.
Okay.
So it's a D8. D8! 8!
Oh, yes!
Sweet boy!
He's truly the best of us.
He is.
Sweet Boy just takes a step forward, and there's a big arc of his flail overhead, and he brings it down, and there's just a splat. This thing, the two wings just sort of fold straight up and then drop again, and there's just an absolute mess of blood, brains, everything.
Sweet boy. So
The earthbound whack-a-mole champion.
So it's definitely dead?
This one is 100% dead.
Dead. Sweet boy won't growl, but he will look at the other one and bare his teeth.
Genuinely quite terrifying.
Who's left?
Svind, I think.
Swind. So the one that got killed, and then the one that got poisoned, has it moved further into the room, or is it still in the archway?
It's just about a foot from the door,
Like inwards, or like...
on the other side.
Okay, so I'll throw a knife around the door, I'll blind throw a knife.
Okay. You're looking for 15 and above because you're...
Blind throw! 17! Blind throw!
Now, these aren't crows, but some of the skills are transferable.
Exactly, but the hatred isn't. It wasn't like a liquid, practiced since birth throw. It was a ginger throw.
It's D4.
Ginger throw! 2!
2. You throw this knife, and it sticks into the body of the other one, and it starts sort of writhing and gasping. It's not dead, but it's more or less out of commission.
Oh. We didn't have to worry at all, lads.
And then the two in the ceiling attack you.
Oh, okay.
Because there were 4 of them that crawled out of the thing.
One of them drops down on top of Sweet Boy.
Okay. That is an 18.
18.
Plus his strength, so that's a 21.
It's
One of them falls down from the ceiling on Sweet Boy, and Sweet Boy just, his hands, goes straight up, catch it, start strangling.
Yeah, Sweet Boy looks up and it's like, oh shit, and just sort of whacks it away. The second one crawls in along the ceiling and attempts to claw at Swin's face.
Swind, with his natural, not this type of bird, but bird-based reflexes. That's an 11.
Oh, you take 4 points of damage.
But my
Subtract armor.
special boy armour. Oh, I only take 2 points of damage.
This thing scratches with the long claws that it's got on the sort of end of its wings. It starts just scratching at your face.
I've been scratched by far worse than you! It was a crow.
Next round, roll for initiative.
Why am I rolling 1 all the time?
Yeah, I think we should take dice off you.
Yeah, you're clearly cursed.
The one that's on the floor gathers itself together and launches itself back up at Sweet Boy with open mouth.
What a horrifying thought. Sweet boy, react! That's a 14.
You know, he's a big guy, but he's also quite experienced in combat, and he sees it coming and he just launches out the way. The one that's still on the ceiling continues its attack on Swind.
Swind, just regaling this bird attacker with the times of when he was attacked by other, much worse birds. Natural 20!
Natural 20. That's
In his element!
Yep. This is fighting flying creatures in general. You know where you're at. You get to make an additional attack.
Cracking. That is a 12 on the
That's a
dice.
success.
Yeah. Stab directly gulletwards with the sword. 3 damage. Gulletwards.
You grab this thing by the neck and you just ram your sword up into it. It sort of squeals slightly and then expires.
Swind will just put it on the ground.
Leonard will seize it in his jaws and go...
The one that's in the room It's trying to crawl away, leaving a sort of trail of blood behind it.
What colour is their blood?
Red.
Unnervingly red.
Yep.
And is the one
Just
that
sort of human blood coloured, really.
is this the one that was poisoned?
Yes, it is the one that's poisoned. And you can see it as a combination of its wounds and the poison dart in it. It just stops when it's halfway across the room, leaving a little trail of blood behind it.
Okay, Vatar's going to stoop. He's going to yank the bolt out of one of the dead ones. He's going to recock his crossbow and go, okay. So, that went better than I expected. I apologise for maybe overreacting.
No,
Overreacting just a little. Like, this happens, it gets in your head.
You've raised huge points about the large bird outside. We can never leave. This is our lives now. I'm going to bed down amongst the bones and bird shit.
I wouldn't like to join you in that.
No, I think we'll be fine. I think, like you say, when we are attacked by the 1,000-foot bird mum who's angry that our wains are dead, that's just going to be a thing that happens. It's just going to be a thing that we do together as a family, because we're a family now. When you see your largest son, murder a baby bird with one swing of his big flail, that means you're a family, right, sweet boy? And sweet boy will be like, what?
It was very impressive.
The inner wheels of your mind are a mystery to me.
I was traumatised at a very young age by crows.
Now you're traumatising all of us.
So you sort of have a little pause for breath. Now you must consider what you're going to do next.
Okay. So
I reckon we should jump the chasm.
Well, we could do that. We could probably use some of this junk to make a bridge of some sort.
Or we could just go back up into the room.
Yes, we could go back up and then down the way we came, I suppose. But
I would rather do that because I feel like if we attempt to jump the chasm, and this is not loaded by the fact that if I go back there, I will actually seriously consider doing something untoward. But if we try and jump the chasm and we fail, that will definitely kill us, as opposed to a harpy, which maybe will only possibly kill us a little bit.
it does appear to be very...
I don't think he's proposing jumping the chasm. I think it is bridging the chasm.
What is bridge if not a jump? With
A
support.
very slow, languid jump.
a well-supported jump.
I don't think this is your first language. I don't think that's a natural... First, gingerly? What is a ginger? Well, now you say...
Oh, you've never met a ginger? They're lovely people.
I don't see
Lovely
why the
people.
colour of your hair affects how you approach things, and then you're like, oh, I will do this boldly and gingerly, and I don't think you can do those two things at the same time. And now you say languid jump. I don't think that you can jump languidly, but I'm happy to go up, round, down that little ladder, back to the mines where we came.
I'm more interested in doing that than seeing whatever was out the window, because that seems to be the only other avenue that is available to explore. And I don't make a habit of jumping out of windows when I don't have to.
I would jump out a window in a town.
I mean, this is a town.
But like in a town. Like we're in like a big pillory plateau.
We've been at this for over half an hour. It's probably time for us to pick a direction and go for it. There's still more dungeon to do.
Yes. So, let's go up the stairs, out into the lobby, down the other stairs, into the quayside, and then basically back to where we are, but the other side of it.
That's a lot of things to just do.
As you leave the door to go back outside and go back down the stairs,
A long time to say nothing happens. Nothing bad happens.
You don't see anything.
you get down the stairs and you're turning around to go back into the the underground bit with the sort of harbour space. And you do so. And then you go back down the corridor, and after a while you pass the intersection that leads off to the chasm. You keep on going, and then you find yourself at the point you were at a lot earlier on, where the tunnel split off two ways. You can see the wooden sleepers for the rails. You can see them heading off downwards, and the air smells a lot mustier in this sort of downwards direction.
Mustier. Like death?
Not death, like an old mine, like an old damp mine.
Damp death mine. Okay.
Seems like we have to go down to go up.
Down if you go.
Down to go up. There's very rarely birds underground.
Really?
Very rarely.
It's inconceivable that any sort of large
Harpy-like
thing could get all the way as deep underground as that.
Yeah.
We're going to spend the rest of this campaign looking over our shoulders for this one harpy.
Welcome to the Swin Simulator. Now you get it. Now you get it.
Like, we really freak out, like the locals in the next normal town we go to, about how scared of harpies we are.
So, gentlemen, what do you think we'll see when we get to the bottom of this shaft? I'm worried that what we'll see is that petrified forest.
Yes,
And
we were
I'm
worried
worried
about
it's
that.
going to be spooky.
Spooky, and possibly there will be a big dead dragon that isn't all the way dead.
Jam-packed with fae. Large, beautiful bunny rabbits. Bouncing through the fields. That one ghost that you never told us about.
I didn't tell you about that.
You didn't tell us about it, so we don't know about it. But
Yeah,
that
I
one
don't know
ghost
that.
that you didn't tell us about.
Now's a good time to mention it while we're walking down this very long corridor.
No, I wouldn't mention it. You didn't tell us about it.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
It's odd that.
We're walking
Yeah.
down this corridor together. I'm fairly worried about finding the spooky forest because I don't want to know if that's what at the bottom of that chasm. It's catcher in my native tongue. It's all one word in my native tongue, actually.
It's a specific compound word for,
Yeah.
for the feeling of not wanting to encounter a mysterious underground forest at the foot of a chasm.
Yeah.
Forest enshrouding.
Does that word require to be used very often?
That's not an everyday word. There's times you're like, oh, thank goodness I've got to my little dictionary.
Are we going to say canonically that Vatar's from Schleswig?
Oh, we're going to have to. There's nowhere else that sounds as
Schleswig.
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 It's quite near the Valley of the Unfortunate Undead, so you,
So actually, all of this makes perfect
Yeah.
sense.
you carry on down this corridor, and there's a few places where the ceiling has collapsed some way in, and you have to sort of clamber over a pile of boulders and gravel that have fallen from the ceiling. It's a little bit like when you came in, but you only have to do it for a short period. But then you come to a stretch where the corridor's a lot wider, and you can see there's been a massive rockfall at this point. There is room to clamber over it, but you can see it goes on like this for some way. And more worryingly, the rocks of the ceiling jut out at odd angles. They look really unstable. You think it wouldn't take much to knock them loose, and have some pretty large boulders might potentially fall on you if you weren't careful while crawling your way through this sort of obstruction.
Well, this seems like another case where I'll need to take my armour off.
Mm-hmm.
It also seems to me that we should probably have the smallest, most agile people go first, because if one of the more clumsy among our number were to cause a cave-in...
Stop looking at me when you say that. Stop looking at me exactly.
I'm just looking in the general direction of the group.
You looked me in the eye.
Well, point being that if any of us does cause a cave-in,
Yeah.
it's sealed for the rest of us.
So, Leonard is the smallest.
Mm.
You two are going to take your armour off.
I can
Yes.
do it. I'll do it instantly.
Yes, I've seen you do it. It's quite a party trick, really.
Should Leonard just go now?
Yo, Leonard. Come on, Leonard.
Leonard is a little bit dizzy still from the spell, and also he's not too keen at doing this. This seems like you might have to make a morale test.
Just.
Okay, Leonard's not keen, but he is going to go.
Oh, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. Here, let me just see. And like Rattle gets the water skin, he like washes some of like the blood off. There's a lot more blood on his face than you'd think, but that's just like his natural demeanour.
You suspect maybe he had a crafty chew on one of the
The harpy chicks.
harpy chicks when
Oh,
he went
open
by.
mouth. Ugh, a whole hair. Ew, that is disgusting. You are revolting. Okay, into the hole. Come, go. I've got it. Go.
Does Leonard want to make an agility roll?
Yep. Which he doesn't have any points in.
No.
Oh no. Oh, it's a 12. Oh, it's a
12.
12. I didn't see the 1. I was like,
Yeah,
oh
I saw
dear.
the 2 as well. I was like, oh no.
Okay.
Leonard crawls his way through, and you see him disappearing off. From Leonard's point of view, he sort of picks his way through, and he notices some of the almost big slabs of rock that are just hanging at crazy angles from the roof, just, maybe a foot or so above his head. And he feels really uncomfortable with this. But he sort of picks his way through, avoiding some of the worst looking bits, and soon he's on the other side.
Okay, very good.
Fantastic.
And what is on the other side? What does he see?
It's just another long stretch of corridor. Definitely more dripping sounds at this, where you are.
I think that actually the next most agile of us is one of the two of you, isn't
I'll
it?
go.
What is your agility?
+4 with his armour off.
Well,
Plus
there you
4.
go.
Swind is disrobed. He's tied up.
Ugh.
Yeah, well, that's what you asked. You told me to get naked, is what I remember you saying.
I would keep some sort of like breechcloth or something on, and you're crawling over rough rocks.
Okay, begrudgingly. I wouldn't normally, but I was divine intervention.
Necrobal has spoken.
But I'll also tie my armour up with my rope so I can drag it along behind me, attach it to my sternum, and
To your sternum.
Just let him talk.
I've attached it to my sternum.
I don't know if that's correct.
Just roll the dice and see what happens.
Just make your agility roll.
Okay, so it's a 9
Plus.
plus 4, so that's a 13 overall.
Better than Leonard.
You pick your way
Gingerly.
through this sort of narrow section of cave. There's a couple of times, like a few just little pebbles dislodged from the ceiling and sort of like bounce off your head, but you sort of freeze for a second, then you press on, and after a minute or two, you're back at the other side with Leonard.
Okay, Leonard, I never thought I'd see you again, Leonard.
Oh, you've put breeches on, Master.
They made me. I say they made me. God made me.
One of Leonard's eyes just isn't pointing at you anymore.
I'll go next because I'm looking at your sheet and we're both got +2.
Okay.
So, same thing, but with less pissing about. Well, that's a 3, so it's a 5 overall.
As you make your way, your shoulder nudges something. A lump of rock the size of your head dislodges and just hits your back, winding you briefly.
Do I take damage or
3 points of damage.
Are you okay, Godfin?
The rest of you can hear a sort of crunk sound of falling rock.
And then just
I always knew this is how you would die.
Yes, well, seems appropriate. I'll push the rock off as much as I can and I'll try and just wriggle my way through still. Do I have to roll again? Or
No.
I'll get out and be like, and mop up some of the blood.
You only brought it on yourself.
That's going to be a big nasty bruise there.
Yeah.
Alright. Dagwin? There's no getting away from this, Dagwin. If you don't go through, we're going to leave you behind.
Dagwin.
Yes.
Dagwin doesn't fancy this at all,
No.
but also doesn't fancy being left behind.
No. And also being left behind with Vatar in particular, who has been very clear about his feelings recently. Do I need to make the moral?
No, he's going to do it.
Okay.
He's being encouraged.
He's just rolling a dice though, no bonuses.
Flat die.
That's a 9.
Oh, nasty. Dagwin unwittingly releases like a small torrent of like smaller rocks on him, but enough of them come piling down with enough force to cause him a bit of a mischief, and he takes 3 damage.
3 damage. He'll panic a little bit and go, ah, ah, and just like swim through the gravel.
Remember, Dagwin, if you die, Incest, the last thing you see will be me coming to take your things.
And he'll pull himself out of the tiny exit hole and just like slide down onto the floor and just like go, ah, and like grab his face to get all the dust and shards of rock out of his eyes.
We're thrashing again.
Leonard will also lie down and go,
So who's left on the other side?
Sweet boy.
And Vatar. Vatar claps Sweet Boy on the shoulder and says, I'm going through first. In I go!
Sweet boy will not dignify you.
The response or just in general?
He just won't dignify you.
Ooh, that's a 19.
Like
Someone
butter
will lie.
through rock.
Yeah, not frequently.
Yeah.
The grave robber instinct.
Vatar's underground instincts are strong. He's been in tight squeezes, he's been squeezing into and out of graves and tombs and things, so this is perhaps second nature to him and he has no problem with this at all.
Graves, tombs, the occasional mausoleum.
Crypts.
You can do a columbarium, but there's not that much to take unless you're really into urns. If you're into urns, well, it's a big urner.
You know how to lighten the somber situation. Sweet boy.
So, Sweet Boy, this is going to be a challenge.
I feel like Sweet Boy would just push the deadly rocks away.
Some of them are pretty sizable.
As is
Some
Sweet Boy.
of these, yeah, but some of them are big enough to even like crush Sweet Boy completely.
Yeah, I mean this is the role, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't want to fumble.
No. It's a 10. Ooh, 4 points of
4
damage.
damage. Now, Sweet Boy still has leather on, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what is leather? Is D2?
D2.
1. So 3 damage.
Sweet Boy takes
Yes.
a few hits from a couple of like
He
fallen
fought the skeletons.
chunks of
So he's
boulder.
down to. He's still alive.
That's fine.
Can we say that, like a rock falls and like impacts on him and maybe even sticks at him a little? No, sells it.
Shall we take a little break and have some of our little trail rations? I feel like some of the party a bit more ding-danged than others.
Certainly, some of us are leaking more than others, aren't they?
Yeah, I think we're going to put some bread in Sweet Boy's wounds.
Yes, bread in the wounds.
Just
That's how it works.
Yeah.
So you can take a short break for about half an hour, have something to eat, catch your breath, patch up some wounds. You can do that, I would say, 3 times in a day.
Mm-hmm.
This would be your second time. You all get to roll a d4 and heal that many wounds.
I mean, sure.
Sweet boy, roll big. 2.
Leonard rolls.
Can
Two.
Dagwin heal?
Yeah.
So that's back to 9.
Vatar. Okay, so Vatar and Leonard are both at 4 health.
Swind gets the 4. Swind
Gotvin.
who didn't need the 4 gets the 4.
Gotvin continues to roll the lowest possible results.
Gotwind, why you like this? Is it because you just don't want to live anymore because of that cult you were in?
Let's say yes, because that makes some amount of sense.
That's us rested up. I had our Snickers. Okay, Cap.
You proceed on a little bit further down this passageway, and once again it splits in two, with one passageway going roughly north. It slopes down pretty steeply, and another one more or less to the east that seems to proceed on roughly at the level you're at, maybe going down slightly.
I have no particular thoughts about which way we should go here. The way I've drawn the map means that there's less space to the north, but that has nothing to do with anything.
No, that means that the world ends at that.
Then let's lead into it. I say north.
Okay.
You walk a little bit further down this corridor, and you can hear a lot more dripping of water, and it smells damp. And after a couple of minutes, you're splashing through ankle-deep water.
Oh,
This is unpleasant.
It soaks up. Your feet are getting cold in this musty mine water. You walk on for another couple of minutes, and it's getting deeper again. It's up past your ankles this time. It's onto your shins. Now, initially the water was clear because it had obviously lain relatively undisturbed, but your passing through it has made it cloudy, so you can now no longer see the floor of this passageway. The water's too cloudy.
interesting.
I think that we're probably going to get attacked by something underneath the water's surface.
Some sort of aqua bird.
The thing is, we can turn back and be attacked by something else,
Mm-hmm.
or we can just let it happen.
I'd say we just keep going forward because
Yeah,
we're going to
it's
have
not
to-
going to be any worse than whatever happens over there.
It might be. It's a very positive outlook from yourself.
No, both things will be bad.
Well, obviously both things will be bad, but you're saying this will be less worse.
No. So.
Carry on into the abyss.
Yeah.
You press on for a little while longer. This cold, sort of cloudy water is coming up to your waist.
Okay, narrator. Okay.
I am feeling a bit better now that there is like an underground lake of something. At least it's water, but it's still like a thing, you know? Like I mean, like it feels like soothing. It's like, okay, we know where we are.
You're back to your natural habitat.
Well,
You're in your element. Water.
If there were dead bodies around, I'd definitely be in my natural habitat. Oh, haha.
Well, the only thing I can think of that could give us an advantage now is for us to decide that we didn't put our armour back on. Because if we do get attacked here...
Is your armour on at this point?
It's back on. I put it back
You've
on.
put
I
it
didn't
back
say
on.
that I put it
No,
back.
that's fine. Yeah, you put it back on. Is
I mean,
Gotvin's armour back on?
yes, but it's waist high now, and I don't particularly fancy my chances swimming whilst wearing...
Oh, you've
heavy
never
armour.
swam whilst fully armoured?
I'm not going to say that I haven't, but it's hard.
It is exhilarating.
Leonard, now you're all healed up, and you're bleeding from the other nostril now. That's bizarre.
If this water gets deeper, Leonard's going to have to go in somebody's back.
Can you not swim?
I
Yeah,
can, but
doggy paddle.
not indefinitely.
I was going to ask him to swim ahead to scout out for us.
Leonard's already sort of upper chest height.
Sweet boy, would you mind?
I mean, he does mind. Sweet Boy very much does mind, and it shows you that he minds, but he does it.
I appreciate you, sweet boy.
Sweet Boy will not dignify you. He just will not dignify you.
It's like a sanity meter. There's no way to increase the sweet boy respect meter once you've lost points in it.
So is Sweet Boy going to press on by himself to scout it out?
No, Swin's up for this. Swin's up for drowning.
Okay, lads, bye.
So is it dark in here?
Yeah, there's no natural
we're
light.
having to
You're
hold
having to
our
hold your lantern
land-
above your
yeah.
head.
Okay, I think that means that we shouldn't necessarily press ahead, because we'll have to commit to swimming if it gets deeper.
Yeah. But also might get shallower.
It might get shallower. Are you hearing what you're saying? It might get better is what you're saying. Things can only get better.
Oh no, they could get worse.
They could get worse.
And probably will. But
They-
they might not.
For you, this is chirpy.
I'm kind of freaking out.
Sweet boy can hold the lantern high.
He can. How do we feel as a party about going forward in this? Because I'm up for pressing
I think
on,
we should
but...
just check out the other direction.
Okay, we'll check.
Okay, yeah, I don't want us to do that thing where it's like, oh, we push on and the narrator's like, yeah, that's the lake, dipshits. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
did you bring snorkels? So I'm have to be like, no, we didn't bring snorkels.
I'm just gonna
The
have
Shadow
my
King didn't
water.
furnish us with snorkels.
Let's abort and go east instead.
You turn round and you sort of wade your way back out the water. It gets shallower again. Soon you're standing at the intersection dripping.
Well, that's just going to make us soggy for the rest of this. So,
I will shake myself off
like a dog might, and then like look around gingerly to see if I'm accepted. And Sweet Boys again won't accept this. But what about the other dogs? How did the other dogs take my shaking myself off?
Dagwin is too scared to pay very much attention.
And Leonard's being wrung out like a towel.
Okay.
I would imagine that Leonard probably respects you less for having washed in the first place.
Okay. Well, I'll take that as a bit of a win.
Although no, it's actually Sweet Boy who stinks, isn't it?
Wait, well...
It says in his character sheet smells
Sweet
bad.
Boy does.
he does smell bad.
Yeah, he also says slow-witted.
Yeah, it does.
As time has worn on, though, everybody else has realised that Sweet Boy's not as slow-witted as you initially thought.
Mostly because the rest of us are just hella thick.
So this corridor heading roughly eastwards, it's a bit wider. It seems like it was perhaps more frequently used. At one point you pass a broken minecart, the wheels are taken off it and it's lying there just sort of rusting.
Anything inside it?
No, nothing much in it. Once again the corridor splits off, this time with one passageway going more or less call it northeast and one continuing to the east.
East again?
Yeah, let's do it. East again.
The corridor goes on and then gradually becomes narrower and narrower till you can only go single file, and then you're having to walk more or less sideways, crab fashion. You think you've hit a spot that this looks like some natural fissure in the rock rather than something that was actively mined. There's no supports or anything like that. And then it opens out dramatically into a massive black space. The lantern light catches in these enormous black columns that you initially think is rock, but then you look at them, you look at the base, you see these are massive petrified redwoods, and you've no idea how huge this space is. It just seems to stretch off. All you can see are these great standing columns of petrified wood, and they stretch up, and you can see that there is maybe 100 or so feet above you. There is a ceiling. These tree trunks, there's no branches at all, they're just huge, and they seem to just go up into the ceiling.
Vater, what was that word again?
In tradition fallend der einem großen Abgrundangst. All one word. It comes out of you.
It rolls off the tongue.
Rolls off the tongue.
It's a very poetic language.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think get ready for it now, and let's squeeze our way out into this forest.
So you walk out through this sort of crack in the wall, you can see there's the sort of black basalt rock that just leads off left and right, and then this enormous redwood forest, only made of black petrified rock. There's no undergrowth or anything on the ground, it's all...
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, it's all just sort of bare rock. There does seem to be a path of sorts. It seems to have been a route that's slightly trodden, or you can just wing it, you can go any direction you want, really.
I vote we take the road most travelled, because if there were like ancient petrified underground fairies, which is a different word, I don't want to run into those.
Now, before we set off into the ancient underground forest that you have words for, was the old man warning us about it, or encouraging us to go into it? He was doing one of the two, right? Was he just mentioning that there was an ancient underground forest? Did he have strong feelings on this?
Get more strong feelings about us may or may not be heretics.
Okay. Because I remember there was an old man and we hassled him. And
He didn't have legs.
He didn't have legs, so we couldn't tax him for his legs. Strategic play there from that old man. Crafty guy.
It's only been 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, but this is like Swin, Godwin and Vatar
This
we're talking
is
about.
absolutely in universe. This is...
Time passes differently underground.
But yes, I concur that we should probably stick to the path.
Stick to the path. And antagonise any fee that we see.
I'm not associated with this man.
You step out onto this path and you're walking along, and the only sound you can hear is your footsteps, but it seems strangely dry. There's no reverberation in this place, There's no reflected sound in here at all. It sounds so sort of like you would expect, given it's a huge cavernous space and you've got all these big columns of petrified wood, that the sound would bounce off, but it's not.
Yeah, so does anything happen when we're here?
Path widens very slightly and comes to a clearing. You can see that it veers off in 2 directions, left and right, and in the centre there's an obelisk of sorts. It's not particularly big, it's maybe only about 5 or 6 foot tall, and there are carvings on it.
Let's examine this obelisk. What kind of carvings?
The material it's made out of, you don't recognise it. It's oddly not cold to the touch like stone. I mean, it's not warm, but it doesn't feel as cold as stone or metal.
Ambient.
Ambient temperature, well, yeah.
It's ambient stone. An ambient obelisk.
Yes. It's covered in a series of sort of, maybe it's writing, you're not sure. It's a strange flowing script that you don't recognise.
Just scripts, just presumably words, no pictures.
Vatar,
Yeah.
you're not from around these parts.
So you think I would be able to read the writing from these parts after we've just clarified I'm not from these parts?
Oh, I see what you mean. Well, what I thought was that you're one of those foreign folk. One of those types. Maybe you'd have better luck at reading the squiggles.
Not a decent Basslander like Spind.
Exactly.
Sven,
exactly.
I will be honest with you, I have only just learned how to read.
You did it really well. You did it real well.
Do we know that?
It's better than him.
Have we done any reading so far?
I have a book called Learning the Ancient and Undead Runes for Dummies.
Telekinesis.
Oh yes, the telekinesis. Yes.
But yes, I've got no idea what they say. If I had to wager a guess, I imagine this was probably made at the same time as the forest was grown, and then this was all buried by time because the world is full of, say it with me now, ancient and unknowable horrors. I say we go left.
Path leads straight on for a little way. Then you come to a large black pond. It's water, or you think it's water anyway, you're not sure. It reflects like water, but obviously everything in here is black. There seems very little colour in here, even your lamps seem, they're still light, but it seems strangely desaturated. But this pool seems like a quiet and peaceful sort of place.
I will risk tasting the water.
A bold move! Good God! I was going to poke it with a stick. You're like, I'll get it inside me. That was your first instinct. What? Are you okay today?
Well, no, I can't roll above a 3, so...
So you're going to now...
Okay, really now is the time to really push your luck. I'm going to ingest the fluid.
I'm just tasting it.
Like dip your pinky
Yeah,
in.
like a handful. And that's it.
A handful. A handful of the death water.
Well,
If there's worse ways to go.
is it any worse than the other death water? We'll find out now.
What a day this has been.
Can't be much worse than the literal boiling tar.
Yeah, exactly. That someone
God
else
says
tried.
that. Says that with a smile on his face.
Imagine knowing that God is not just real, but has personally remembers every single stupid thing you've ever fucking done, and will bring it up.
You kneel down and you scoop up a little bit of water in your hand, and you take a sip. And it's surprisingly warm and slightly brackish to the taste, a little bit salty. But no immediate effect. Would all of you like to make a presence roll?
Okay, one
And
for guitar.
you're looking for 12 or above.
You got a 3.
Yeah, which is...
I got a 3.
Go on, now's the time to
Do
make
it.
big
Roll
man.
a 3.
Dagwin. 2, which is actually a 5. More dice.
Leonard, no. Leonard gets 11. Yeah, go on, sweet boy.
Sweet boy to the rescue. No.
Gotman. Is that a 7?
It's a 7.
So that's actually a 9.
So not a single one of you passed that.
Not one in the 6 of us.
We
What,
all...
6 rolls of flips of a fucking coin.
We were just...
Who got the highest roll?
Leonard. You got 11. Nearly made it.
Okay. You have a sip of this brackish water, and it's not particularly pleasant, but... And you know what? Everybody thinks to themselves, this is such a nice place. You all take a little sit down by the water's edge. And you think, it's so nice here. And really, what's the point of pushing on? We could just stay here. We could just
lie here.
lie here. The world's ending anyway. Why are we even going through all the hassle of this?
Sven,
We're all really doomed.
if I just lay here,
Uh-huh.
would you lie here with me? And just forget the world?
Everything apart from crows, yeah.
Even the thought of crows. Even you think about it.
Oh, this is a powerful fucking pond. If it can make Swind not think about crows, this
Swind,
might be a good mental aid. This pond,
Like
this
Swind-
evil pond that's trying to eat me via apathy, might be the mental conditioning that Swind needs to be a proper person.
Don't get me wrong, Swin still doesn't like crows.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like, think about crows, they're all so far away right now. if I stayed here, I would never need to see another crow.
Mm-hmm.
There is that little voice in the back of his mind saying that something's wrong, but
Okay.
he's like, you know what? No, it's so nice here. This is lovely. And you feel the sun on your skin. In years since you felt that, and it's so nice here. And Godwin, you're a fatalist at the best of times, but you think, well, why not here? Why not just stay here? It's not any worse than anywhere else.
I was going to say, if this is the tack that the pond or whatever it is taking, it's not a particularly hard thing to convince me of.
Yep. Sweet boy thinks to himself, you know, the weight of duty's been on my shoulders for so long. What if I just stayed here? Dagwin? He's like, it's a bit dark and strange, but I mean, it seems safer than anywhere else would be. You all just sit down. Leonard, there's a little voice at the back of your head. What the bloody hell are you doing? You all hear this.
You all hear the voice.
They all hear the voice. What the bloody hell are you doing?
Okay.
Leonard was listening to the birds.
I like to imagine he's leaning over the pond.
He's leaning over the pond, yep, and in the reflection in the pond, his eyes are not skew whiff, they're straight. What the hell are you doing, lad?
Leonard was just going to rest a little, just a little.
Well, that's not much use, is it?
Leonard's never much use.
No, he isn't. That's why he's going to bloody get on his feet and get moving, isn't he? Leonard snaps out of it. Leonard looks around and all his friends and all the masters, they all seem to have just given up. They seem to be just laying there.
Oh, I think you should knock an S off the word friends there. I don't think so. I don't think Leonard's got friends.
I think Leonard maybe considers Dagwin and Sweet Boy his friends.
It's a one way.
No, wait, sweet boy.
So he starts like pushing on Sweet Boy's shoulders like,
Sweet boy. Something terribly wrong, sweet boy.
So Sweet Boy would naturally, in this sort of scenario, if there wasn't an evil pond, just grab you by the throat. Like...
it's the fastest reaction he can get is by going to Sweet Boy and just...
But like he won't grab you by the throat because he's under the influence of an evil pond.
I assume that the reason why you went to Sweet Boy is because even Leonard doesn't really like Dagwin very much.
What use is Dagwin going to be? Oh, you've snapped out of it. Do you want to be brave and help me work up the others?
Blowpipe the pond!
Anything?
Well, Sweet Boy will try to rouse the iron will of Sweet Boy, but like, is that much?
Because Leonard's got a plan to wake up Swind.
Sweet Boy sort of comes to, he thinks, no, this isn't what I'm here for.
No, this is wrong.
He's the main character, really, is Sweet
Yeah.
Boy.
And he sort of comes round.
He'll go for your throat, but he'll realise that it's you.
His eyes go from glazed to almost red, and there's just like, there's no in between, the hand is round your throat.
Yeah.
And then he sort of realises and sort of
Oh,
disengages.
Leonard is so happy sweet boy is back and is okay.
Yeah, there's like a big bruise, because Leonard bruises like a peach.
Sweet Boy will look round and be like, "We were saved by you."
No, just you. We don't have to tell the others.
Okay. We should wake them, I guess.
He scampers over to Swind, and then there's the lamplight. Leonard makes the bird, like shadow puppet, and goes,
Caw!
I knew they were here! Kill me, man!
The sound of the coin just triggers something.
Just, like, because like, he was already pushing back against it with the, like, no, don't worry about crows. And it's like, no, worry about crows. They'll eat you. They'll very slowly eat you. That's ingenious. That's tremendous. Mm-hmm. Swind is up and alert. Too alert and just babbling incoherently about crows. I told you, right now. You were like, oh, underground. No, they're coming for us. You all heard the call.
Leonard will scamper over to Vatar and
I'm sorry for this, master.
and he grabs the ruff and he crumple, like he starts crinkling at it.
The sound of crinkling breaks through Vatar's reverie, and he's up and he's not happy.
Oh, Leonard, I've told you once. I've told you 1,000 times. Do not crinkle it.
Oh, it was one of those little magic things, and I was going to just face to face and die here. You win. I guess we're now back to 0-0 on the scale. That's fine, Leonard.
I think you should thank Leonard. It's not 0-0. It's like 0 half of a thing.
Thank you, Leonard, for, I guess, waking me up at the expense of my very nicely starched collar that I pressed this morning, even after the...
It's nice and starched, but it's so close to the piss hat that I feel like
loses a little bit of its luster.
The gravitas is
Yeah.
diminished somewhat.
People are distracted by the pissy hat.
Leonard scampers over to Godwin and is like, he's trying to work out, and he just takes the helmet and just lifts it off so your face is exposed.
Revealing my completely lucid eyes.
Godwin's not been under any spell, he just likes to sit down.
Yes?
And then he clambers up to Dagwin and just goes up to his ear and goes, "Boo!"
Dagman's like already in a hedge somewhere. It's just like a Looney Tunes, like you go boo, and there's just like a cloud of dust. He liked it.
Is that everyone?
I think we should move away very quickly from the evil pond and maybe quarantine you because you drunk it. You drunk the evil pond. Maybe it wasn't evil.
Maybe you infected the pond.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe if I drunk the pond, we'd all become very angry at crows.
I say, yeah, we go from the weird Gotvinny pond and we go to the other bit of that clearing.
You can see the path continues at the other side of the pond. You can sort of skirt round it.
Yeah, we skirt around it.
The path leads and twists through the trees. It seems to go on just for ages and ages, and you're starting to really lose a little bit of your sense of direction. You're like, did I pass that tree already? But they all look the same. They're all just huge black coloured trees, petrified wood. And there's no other real reference point in this cavern. But then almost just immediately out of the blue, you see the far wall.
Oh, we've made it. Why were we going across the forest?
Well, we were going across the forest to find the upper part of Markan.
Yes.
And in so doing, we've gone downwards further into the depths of Markan.
Yes. Where the true villain is. The pond. We're at the far wall then.
And you can see there's another roughly V-shaped sort of crack in the wall.
That's very nice.
You could perhaps squeeze through. The path leads up to it, so obviously people have made their way through this forest before.
Now, I will examine the floor where we've come to see if there is any other sets of soggy footprints, perhaps leading away from this crack in the wall.
No,
Okay.
you don't see anything.
We're not definitely just going back the way we came there.
That'd be real funny.
That would be rough, wouldn't it?
Okay, Leonard, after you. You are the designated cave rat.
He's a good cave rat, isn't he?
He's a good boy. He's a very good boy.
You squeeze him through this little gap. He has no real problems.
He's the only one that can walk normally when everyone else is like crab walking.
And this is a sort of like an elongated V-shaped cavern. Again, you think this is like a natural fissure in the rock. You see Leonard, has he got a lantern?
Yeah, he's got a lantern.
You see him sort of bobbing away and he just sort of disappears off into the distance. He goes round the corner and the lantern, well, you don't see the lantern light anymore.
Okay, Leonard, come back.
There's a little glowing light and he sort of reappears again.
Okay, stays there at the corner.
From Leonard's point of view, he can see that the crack in the rock just extends on some way.
It just goes onwards and onwards and onwards. Okay, I would say we all just go follow the crack.
Crab walk into the crack.
I would say that there's worse ways to die than being crushed between two walls of a cave. I can't really think of one at the moment.
Every day is like 5 days with you, husband. Every day.
I'm already in the cave.
We're moving.
We're crab walking.
Crab walking.
Gingerly.
Well, Sven's gingerly crab walking.
Yeah.
The rest of us are crab walking normally.
You sort of make your way sideways up this cave. It's a twists and turns. Any time there's a corner, it's difficult. It's a tight squeeze, particularly for Sweet Boy. You do get the sensation, though, that you're definitely going upwards.
Ooh, that's what we want.
It is?
And then it starts to widen out slightly until you hit a spot where you can see it's been artificially widened by, what you would guess, picks, hammers. So you can actually walk normally.
Okay. We will do so.
Gingerly.
No, I wasn't going to say it.
With apprehension.
Yeah.
You proceed on for another minute or two, and then it widens out and there's a stone doorway, and it's just black beyond.
The doorway is stone.
It's just a doorway, there's no actual door in it.
Oh, okay.
How big is the store? Is it just like a person?
Pretty big. Taller than Sweet Boy.
Wow, that's the tallest thing in the world. We should probably investigate.
Yeah, in we go. Leonard?
Leonard walks in, and he walks about a foot into it, and whoa, he realises there's no floor. What there is, there's a ledge going left and going right, and this is a shaft of some sort going right up or down. There's like slabs of stone sticking out of the wall in a spiral going both upwards and downwards. It's very narrow, really. All of you, with the exception of Leonard, where you to climb up or down, you're going to be backs to the wall.
Okay, well, we should probably go upwards, right?
Would you all like to make a presence roll?
No, but I'll do it anyway.
Okay, so Vatar rolls 15. That's the first success.
Got a 14.
Got them.
No.
Of course. Rolled 3.
Of course.
Yeah, the majority of you,
Apart from Gotvin.
apart from Gotvin,
Neither knows nor cares.
standing at this sort of entrance to this shaft, there's a sort of smell of rotten flesh sort of wafting up. It seems like from below.
I mean, I just assumed it was Sweet Boy.
Hey.
The slabs projecting out, they go clockwise, they go upwards, and if they go anti-clockwise, they go down.
I'm intrigued by the rotting flesh smell. I'm not going to lie, lads. Not going to lie. But we are on this mission. And the Shadow King has given us the holy quest to tax these bastards for their entire worth. So I think we should go up. But bear in mind that the smelly thing might grab us. From below.
Yes, I think that is a good summation of the situation.
So,
I will doff my armour.
I'll warn you now, any fumbles made,
Will be
or your attempt to do anything on this,
Uh,
will result in you falling to your death.
Okay.
It's been a fun time, lads.
And we all have an omen left, is that what
We all have an omen left, so a fumble doesn't necessarily mean
But we
a
have...
failure.
And
just in that one.
and what's the chances of you rolling
Another fumble on a
another
fumble.
2 fumbles, yeah. I think it's worth it.
So is a failure immediate death, or is
A
it
failure's not death,
Okay.
only a fumble. Anything physical or athletic, or any sort of like a dodge roll, hypothetically.
them's the dice? Vata doesn't mind going up straight after Leonard.
So, you're all picking your way very gingerly.
Perhaps the most gingerly we've ever
You've never
gingered.
been as ginger as us. Picking your way clockwise round this shaft. It's maybe about 20-30 feet square. All the sounds echo strangely, perhaps because of the shape of the sort of shaft. So you've got your torches,
Yes.
Yes.
and you pick your way round backs to the wall. You know, there's a few spaces where there's not a slab and you have to take like a big step over, and that's
That's not good. That's not fun.
No, that's not good at all.
Everyone's hands are really, really wet.
And for reasons that aren't normal.
What? No, sweating.
Oh, okay.
So what order are you going in?
That is a question.
Leonard, we've established. Leonard, then Vatar.
Leonard first.
Swind.
Leonard is dead, by the way. If anything attacks, Leonard's just going to die.
I want to say Gotwind last because I'm very sure that I'm going to roll a 1 and plummet to my death, and I
Don't knock anyone off.
shouldn't take anybody else with me.
Got one at the end.
Also, if anything's coming up, you're probably the best rear guard we could ask for.
Gotwind, then Sweet Boy, and like at the end.
Uh-huh.
And
then Swind, I guess.
Swind.
And then Dagwin.
And-
In the middlest he can possibly be. Dagwin is, I think it's always safe to assume, Dagwin is like the centre, and then everything builds out from Dagwin because he's terrified.
You pick your way up. Leonard, what to make a presence roll?
14.
That's a 14.
So that's 16.
From somewhere up above you, Leonard, in the darkness, you hear the sound of a crossbow being cocked. Once more, the veil between the real world and the Ludo realm has fallen. Join us next month as we journey deeper into the forbidding darkness of the mines of Markan. In the meantime, please leave us a like, subscribe and share us with your friends. If you want more from us, we have a Blue Sky and Instagram account. Links below. We also have a Patreon, where you can hear outtakes and deleted scenes, hear us discussing things we've been up to, and see Ludonaut-inspired artwork. And, additionally, if you join up, we'll give you a shout out at the end, like so. Lana, Toasty Waffles, Stanley, Jackie, Lady Corvia, Rona, Vale, Little King Birdbrain, Stephen, Ty, Rachel and Jägershund. But for now, I shall descend back into the deep black abyss. Until next month, farewell.